I can only do so much to have.
Hello, everyone on Poetic Promotion. We have Colty the Poet tonight, and we are going to announce a premiere. Go ahead and tell us about this premiere, the title and everything, so that we can find it.
Okay, so everybody knows that I always have an album come out on Halloween, and I'm starting this big project where it's going to be 3 albums that tell this story. There's going to be about 20 tracks each, so you can look forward to 60 new tracks in the next year and a half, I think, or year or two. But basically, it's called War of Colty the Poet, and it is a 3-part epic of Colty getting the forces of hell together to wage full-on war against heaven and God himself. That's pretty much yeah. What?
It's intense. It's intense.
Very intense and very controversial.
So tell us a little bit more about this, the background of this controversial story, so that we can kind of understand where you're coming from. Are you coming from like a religious perspective, because these are religious symbols?
Yeah.
Or what exactly is this presenting?
So basically what I'm trying to do is, as I've said in the past, I'm telling a story of just like realness and redemption and compassion and you know, making people try to question their own beliefs and ideologies, and by telling this story of Colty the Poet. What I'm trying to do with War of Colty the Poet is I can't give away too much because it would reveal the entire story, but let's just say it's not going to go where everybody thinks it's going to go. Because I've gotten a lot of really crappy emails and stuff about like, why are you waging war against God? And what is wrong with you? I thought you were you're a religious man. And basically what I'm trying to tell is the story of Colty has had enough. He's had enough of doing God's dirty work while Samael is rotting him out from the inside, literally, without even having a chance to even talk to God about what he is and where he is going after this. And so it's kind of a story of kind of like taking your own destiny into your own hands, no matter the cost and no matter what it takes, is what I'm trying to tell, I would say.
Okay. So an analogy of taking in your own journey, and that's dope. Well, let's play this trailer so that we can get a feel for what is about to happen.
My family, my life, and even my soul. I have been tortured day and night. I've been exorcised and thrown into an asylum. The chains of the unholy were incinerated, and Samael has free reign over my body. After 8 months, I am finally coming back. I am going to get an audience with God, and he will hear my plea! Because war is coming. Nothing will stop me! Even if I must burn the world down to nothing but ashes, I will pull the stars from the sky and tear down the walls of heaven itself. I will raise the 9 circles of hell themselves and unleash the hounds of war. I will free the horsemen of the apocalypse and raise the fallen angels from the depths of the earth to get my audience. And I will not take no for an answer!
Colty, what makes you think you can fight God and win? Are you out of your goddamn mind?
Oh, that's the best part! I am out of my fucking mind! Cause I have nothing left to lose! I'm a soulless husk of a dead man who died long ago! And I am done trying to fight the demon that lives inside me, helping God rid the earth of the unworthy sinners who deserve God's swift judgment! Knowing that because of what I am, there is no afterlife for me! There is no reward! Samael's poison is rotting me from the inside out, so I have nothing to lose and everything to gain, baby!
When a man has had his last shred of hope ripped away from him, and and he has nothing left to hold him back, then God have mercy upon those who get in his way, because he will stop at nothing to satisfy his thirst for vengeance!
Fuck. So Samuel is going to take over. Right?
Say that again. I couldn't hear you over there.
Samuel is going to take over, right?
He's trying. He is trying. So what a lot of people don't realize is that in my fictional universe, there are 3 versions of Colty, right? There's Colty, Samael, and Coltiel, which is where the line between the 2 of them gets blurred, and you can't tell who is who.
Oh, okay.
And so it's hard to tell a lot of the time, because I like to keep the listeners guessing on who's talking about what. Was it Colty that did this, or was it Samael that did this? And so because the Chains of the Unholy, which was what, in my first costume, that was what was keeping Samael at bay, were incinerated during the events of the asylum, there's nothing stopping Samael from fully taking control and corrupting Colty's mind to wage this war against God.
Okay. This is really different. And do you feel like this is kind of like a personal, do you feel like within yourself, there's any kind of personal lines that are blurred and this is kind of a reflection of you? Or are you, okay. So when is this going to drop?
It is dropping Halloween of this year, the first part.
Nice. So how many parts will there be?
3. There will be 3. 20 tracks each.
So, damn.
Yeah.
And so the tracks are, this is what you explained in your last interview, and I am remembering this very clearly. But the tracks are telling this phenomenal story about Samuel.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so there's usually I think I'm going to try to do something different, but usually what it is it's 5 skits and 15 songs. But I think in order to tell this story, I have to do 6 skits and 19 songs or something like that. Yeah, either that or 5 skits and 20 songs, because I want more songs out there. But I'm also going to be blurring a lot of lines between song and skit, because there's certain skits at the end of songs. I already got half the album done. So there's certain skits at the end of songs that lead into skits to tell this story of basically the story I am trying to tell is one of redemption and taking your life into your own hands.
This is amazing. I want to hear this whole thing. It sounds entertaining too. And how do people buy this album? Is it going to be on every platform? Are you going to have it just specifically for purchase, or?
So for this one, we are doing it's going to be on every single streaming platform: Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Deezer, all that stuff. But there will be CDs available, and if you do have the CDs, then there are bonus tracks on those CDs if you're interested into the story aspect that will kind of widen a little bit more of the lore of what I'm trying to tell here.
Okay, so it's luring you in, which is very strategic. So we would say this is part 1 of War of Colty the Poet.
Correct.
Okay. I am promoting this as we speak. This is
nice.
Yeah. So this is exciting. So a lot of work is in front of you. You're halfway through, but how long has it taken for you to get halfway there?
So honestly, I've been kind of stuck in like a musical rut. Usually I can pop an album out within 4 months, but maybe 4 to 5. But I always like to give myself a year just so I can fine tune everything and make sure it's everything that I want and there's no last minute changes. I got a lot of work ahead of me.
It sounds like it.
But I'm excited.
And with this video, where is all of this artwork coming from? Or is it just images that you have downloaded and created the video into? Who created this video for you?
I did.
You did. Okay.
I created that video. The only thing I didn't do was the imagery that I used. I just kind of like, because I try not to, I wanted it to look like a movie trailer sort of, but I don't really play in a lot of a visual aspect of stuff. I like to let the listener's imagination run wild and picture how things are in their head. So I just kind of honestly pulled a lot of stock footage. And then that last scene with the army is actually a scene from Diablo.
Okay.
Just to kind of give people a visual idea of what it's going to look like.
Right. Kind of like my lair. I mean, once you kick it in hell, it's not that bad. It's pretty warm. I mean, you have the lava that keeps it warm, so you're not really cold in hell. Like some say freezing in hell and shit.
Yeah.
It's actually really nice.
Indeed.
So anything else you want to announce about this new upcoming drop that will be coming in Halloween?
The only thing I want to say is buckle in, because this is just the beginning. It is going to get much more intense from here on out. The next 3 are going to, there will never be another album that I make like the next 3. There will never be another album like that I will ever do again. So buckle in and get ready for this war between heaven and hell, because the apocalypse is coming early, and Colty the Poet is the harbinger.
So, Colty.
It's everything.
He's taking over the interview. No.
I didn't do anything.
No. Well, do you mind if I do a review on this when it drops?
Absolutely.
I'll listen to the whole thing and I'll do a review on every song. It'll take me a minute, but I would love to do that for you.
Absolutely.
And then I'll bring you back on live for the review. And then how often are you going to be dropping the part 2 and 3? Like, are you doing every Halloween, or what's the...
So the current plan right now, and things might change because, I work a 12-hour, 6-day-a-week job for my 9 to 5. And so the current plan right now is to drop the first part on Halloween, the second part midway the next year of 2025, and then the third part on Halloween that year as well. So if everything goes according to plan, then I will have 2 albums out in 1 year.
Nice.
If it goes according to plan.
That's pretty impressive, to be honest.
All I can do is try.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, thank you for getting on, and thank you everybody for watching this quick little intro premiere to this amazing album that's going to drop soon. And keep grinding. And anything else, or any thank yous that you would like to announce before we go? Any
thank yous?
Yeah.
Thank you to you for taking the time to do this. Thank you to my whole team at Possess Records, especially one who's going to be announced pretty soon. You know who you are. Thank you to all my listeners and everyone that's supported me and is continuing to support me throughout this whole journey. I wouldn't be able to do it without any of y'all. I would have never had the courage to do any of this if it wasn't for y'all. So thank you to everyone.
Well, we appreciate you and your creative artistry and poetic music and storytelling and graphics on this amazing trailer. Nice work.
Thank you.
All right. Well, everybody, check this out. Check out War of Colty the Poet on Halloween this year, 2024. And we'll keep you updated on anything new with Colty the Poet.
Stay creepy. Stay possessed.
Bad love, guys.